Hello students, in this video let us learn the main concept in accountancy, that is depreciation. As we know that we have two types of assets, one is fixed asset and second one is current asset. Any asset which can be used more than 1 year, which can be usable for more than 1 year, is called as fixed asset. For example, buildings. So buildings, if you are purchasing now, we can use it for more than 1 year, then building is called as fixed asset. And second one, current asset, which can be usable equal to or less than 1 year. We can use maximum 1 year or less than 1 year. So those kind of asset we call it as current asset. For example, cash. Any asset which can be usable more than 1 year, we call it as fixed asset. For example, building. And a asset can be usable equal to or less than 1 year is called as current asset. Example is cash. And our topic depreciation is completely related to fixed asset. Let us see what it means depreciation, what is the need of depreciation and why we need to calculate. For example, at the time of starting business, we have purchased one machinery. We have purchased one machinery for rupees 10 lakhs. For rupees 10 lakhs, and this machinery can be usable for 10 years. For example, we have purchased for 10 lakh rupees and this machinery can be usable for 10 years. After completion of 10 years, this machinery will become scrap, which means we can't use this machinery. So after 10 years, we need to purchase new machinery by spending again 10 lakh rupees. We need to replace old machinery with new machinery, again spending 10 lakh rupees. So to spend 10 lakh rupees in a single year at a single time, it is very difficult. To avoid those kind of issues, if you are spending 10 lakh rupees in a single time, means that will become very difficult and it is going to create negative impact on business, because we are going to use major part of our profits towards replacing our old asset with new asset. So we have to face negative impact. To avoid these kind of problems, we have a best solution, that is called as depreciation. We have a best solution to avoid this issue, that is called as depreciation. Let us see what it means depreciation, why we need to create depreciation, and what are the various methods. First one, let us see what it means depreciation. Depreciation is a gradual decrease. It is a gradual means continuous decrease in the value of fixed asset. As I said, it is only applicable to fixed asset which can be usable for more than 1 year. Gradual decrease in the value of fixed asset due to its usage, because we are using that asset, so asset value is decreasing. Passage of time. So if you are using or not, so if time passes, that asset will going to become outdated. So because of that, depreciation will take place. Depreciation is a gradual decrease in the value of fixed asset due to its usage, passage of time, etc. This is called as depreciation. Decrease in the value of asset due to its usage. Then, if you want to consider anything as depreciation, what are the things you should include? That is called as features. Let us see one by one. First one, depreciation applicable only for fixed asset. So as I said, we have two types of asset. One is fixed asset, second one is current asset. It is not applicable for current asset. It is only applicable to fixed assets. Then it is gradual decrease in the value of fixed asset. In meaning, I explained. So because of usage, if you are using asset, definitely that asset will going to become, means value of asset will be decreasing. So it is a gradual decrease in the value of fixed asset. Then it is a continuous process, because we will be using that asset continuously. so if we are using means asset value will going to decrease, so it is a continuous process. Each year we need to charge depreciation against to fixed asset. Then it is revenue expenses. Just now I said, so it is a continuous process, it is a regular expense just like salary. For example, for my employees, to my employees, I need to pay salary each month. So every month, every year, I need to pay salary. So salary is a regular expense. Just like that, depreciation. I need to charge each year against fixed assets. So it is called as revenue expenses. It is a continuous process. Each year I need to charge depreciation, so it is called as revenue expenses. And last one, it is non-cash expense. See, non-cash expense is nothing but it is a provision. Means depreciation is a provision created towards fixed asset. For example, so just imagine I am purchasing one machinery here. For example, let us take bike. So in 2023, I am purchasing one bike for rupees 1 lakh. So I am going to use this bike for 1 year. So if I want to sell after 1 year, I will not get definitely 1 lakh rupees. For example, I may get 80,000. So after 1 year usage, so I am not going to get 1 lakh rupees which I spent. I will going to get only 80,000. So your value is decreasing. This is called as depreciation. And after certain years, means I can use that asset for 5 years. Means bike I can use it for 5 years, for example. So after 5 years, I can't use that bike. I need to replace that bike. If I want to replace that means I need again 1 lakh rupees. So to avoid this single time payments, what I do, I am going to create 20,000 rupees of depreciation each year, which means each year I am going to keep 20,000 rupees aside out of our profits. Whatever profits we are getting each year, out of that profits 20,000 I am going to keep aside. So for first year I am keeping 20,000. Again second year, for example, I am keeping 20,000. And third year same 20,000 I am keeping aside, and fourth year 20,000, and fifth year 20,000. Yes, so this bike can be usable for 5 years. So after 5 years I can't use that bike, I need to replace that bike, which means I need to spend again 1 lakh rupees. Instead of spending 1 lakh rupees in a single year after fifth year, so I am going to keep 20,000 rupees out of my profits each year. First year I am having 20,000 aside. Second year I am going to add 20,000 to this old provision. That is, I will be having 20,000. Again third year 20, which means 60,000. Fourth year 20 means 80,000, and fifth year 20 means 1 lakh rupees. When it becomes scrap, I will be having 1 lakh rupees in the form of depreciation fund. So I will be having 1 lakh rupees here. So I am going to purchase new bike by using this depreciation fund. This is the concept of depreciation. See, this 20,000 year cash outflow is not there. It will be there inside the business as a provision. In a safe condition I am going to keep aside. So it is not going outside. Then it is not a cash outflow. So where there is no cash outflow, those kind of expenses we call it as non-cash expenses. First one, it is applicable for only fixed assets. Then it is decrease in the value of asset because we are using, then continuously we will be using that asset. So depreciation also continuous process. Then each year we need to charge depreciation against to asset. So it is a revenue as expenses. And depreciation is a provision we need to replace in future, replace asset in future. So this provision we are going to keep, and cash movement will not be there. So it is called as non-cash expenses. These are the various features of depreciation. Now, if I want to calculate depreciation on fixed asset, what are the things we need to consider? Let us see. Factors to be considered while calculating depreciation. These are the things we need to consider. First one is cost of asset. See, cost of asset is nothing but the actual amount you spend while purchasing asset. For example, just now I said I am purchasing one bike for rupees 1 lakh rupees. So I am spending 1 lakh rupees, means I am paying 1 lakh rupees to my seller supplier to purchase this bike. So this 1 lakh we call it as cost of asset. Whatever amount you are spending at the time of purchasing, that is called as cost of asset. The actual amount spending at the time of purchase is called as cost of asset. Then second one we need to consider expenses on purchase. For example, I am having business in Bangalore, and I am purchasing this bike from Chennai. So I am having business in Bangalore and I am purchasing from Chennai. Now I need to transfer this bike from Chennai to Bangalore. To transfer that, definitely I need to pay amount for transportation. So transportation expenses will be there. For example, let us take one 10,000 rupees. I am spending 10,000 rupees for transportation expense to transfer bike from Chennai to Bangalore. So these expenses I am spending at the time of purchase. So this expense I need to consider. For the cost of asset, I need to add whatever expenses incurring at the time of purchase should be added. For example, transportation expenses, installation expenses, insurance on transit, insurance at transit. These are the various expenses should be considered at the time of purchase, should be added to your cost of asset. So first one, cost of asset, the actual amount you spent while purchasing asset. Then expenses on purchase, whatever amount you are spending towards that asset while purchasing, that you need to consider and should be added to your cost of asset. Then it will become original cost. It will become original cost of asset. Then next one, scrap value or net residual value. For example, this bike I can use it for 5 years. 5 years I can use it. Then after 5th year I can't use this bike, so it will become scrap. So this scrap asset, what I do, I'm going to sell to a scrap shop. For example, for 1 lakh rupees worth of bike, I'm going to receive, for example, 20,000. After 5th year, I can't use that asset, that will become scrap. It is going to lose its working condition. So that scrap asset, scrap bike, if I'm selling means I'm going to get 20,000. This is also we need to consider. It is just a estimation. After 5th year, I'm going to estimate now how much I'm going to receive. And this scrap value I should deduct from original cost, that is 1 lakh plus 10,000, we call it as original cost. Totally we are having original cost is 1 lakh 10,000. From this we need to deduct 20,000. So cost of asset should be added with expenses on purchase, and that will become original cost, and scrap value should be deducted from that original cost. So this we need to consider. And finally, estimated life of asset. So it is nothing but it is just estimation. If you are using this bike properly, we can use that asset more than that estimated life. If you are not maintaining properly, it is going to give benefits less than that also. It is just estimation, average period. For example, this bike 1 lakh rupees worth of bike. So we are estimating that we can use it for 5 years. So how many years we can use it? That is called as estimated life. These are the 4 things we need to consider while calculating depreciation. One is cost of asset, expenses on purchase, scrap value, estimated life of asset. By using these factors, we can create a formula. So this is called as formula of depreciation. First one, cost of asset 1 lakh rupees. plus expenses on purchase 10,000 rupees for transportation minus scrap value. After 5th year, if I am selling that scrap bike, I am going to get 20,000. It should be deducted from these things, divided by estimated life of asset. How many years I can use this asset? This bike can be usable for 5 years. So 1 lakh plus 10,000 minus 20,000 divided by 5 years. If you are following this formula, we will get depreciation amount. So these are the various factors to be considered while calculating depreciation. On the basis of this, we are going to create a formula. So if you are following this, we will get depreciation. And to calculate this depreciation by using this formula, basically we are having 8 methods. Out of that, we are going to follow these 2 methods. These are the very famous methods, means generally we are going to use these methods. First one, straight line method or fixed installment method. Straight line method or fixed installment method. Second one, written down value method or reducing balance method or diminishing balance method. See, these are same. First one is straight line method or fixed installment method. Second one is written down value method or reducing balance method or diminishing balance method. So these are the 2 methods we basically use. So these are about theory part of depreciation. Thank you.